Because curry is a word I've used to describe your neurologist. That's accurate, but I'm perfectly fine by myself in public for a few minutes, even though I have face X is something.
Good afternoon, everyone. And so pleased to see you again on our Tuesday training here from Greenwald, Toronto. The topic today is spirulina, and I'll be your presenter, as usual, Dr. Charles Waana. And today we are going to visit some of you to be a revisit of this wonderful superfood called spirulina. And most of you have had a chance to take spirulina in your daily maintenance and so on. So today we shall try and find out some of the benefits of taking spirulina. So today, let us get to know this superfood in the 21st century and how this superfood can help us improve our health. All right. So what is green, tastes like the ocean, and is absolutely packed with the potential to keep your body running at top notch? If you were thinking seaweed or sea moss, you are on the right track. Another superfood straight out of the water is gaining a lot of attention lately, and its health benefits are really turning heads. This algae called spirulina has been lauded for centuries for its high nutritional value, being called, among other things, one of the most nutrient-dense foods. It's loaded and packed with nutrients. It's a superfood. Actually, spirulina has a long history. It is one of the oldest microorganisms in the world and first appeared on the surface of the earth about 3.5 billion years ago, when carbon dioxide was found in the Earth's atmosphere. Spirulina consumed carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and converted it later into oxygen. Spirulina has been consumed by many people. So, for a very long time, in many countries, this spirulina has been consumed, and it grew in many lakes, in seas, in oceans all around the world. Actually, spirulina was found growing in Lake Chad in Central Africa and in Mexico's lake called Texcoco. And people of these regions have been drying and eating spirulina since ancient times. So spirulina is not new. Spirulina was first discovered by Hernando Cortes and the Spanish conquistadors in 1519. Cortes observed that spirulina was served and eaten at the tables of the Aztecs during his visit in Lake Texcoco. Speaking of Aztecs, this is the Aztec Empire. These were the creators of the ancient Mayan civilization, which spread in Latin America and South America. The ancient Aztec emperor has had servants who used spirulina as energy sources to cover long journeys to the Gulf of Mexico. And they were dried and turned into patties and then eaten with grains. There was a botanist called Clement once wrote that in Africa, according to local opinion, spirulina advantageously replaces meat sources and largely contributes to maintaining the nutritional value of diet when meat was scarce. At one time, spirulina was the main source of protein of these tribes, mainly in Central Africa, the Cameroon region, Central Republic of Africa, and so on. Now, with time, people have become more aware of the link between proper nutrition and personal health. Even NASA was the first space agency to conduct experiments in space using spirulina as a food source for astronauts. So it is a well-known superfood. Even the astronauts, when they're flying off into space, they pack their spirulina. Now let us look at some of the nutritional value of spirulina. The United Nations spent a few years studying the history of spirulina as a food source and maintained that the World Food Conference, that it is the superfood, the future food of the world. So they mentioned it during this conference, the World Food Conference in 1947. NASA and the World Health Organization, WHO, studied spirulina and were sure that spirulina is a good source of food as well. They found that it was easily planted and cut by astronauts, and then it can be eaten very easily. After this, NASA listed it in the category of ideal food sources as it provides the astronauts with health and essential nutrients. Today, it is considered the best food for astronauts because of the essential nutrients in it. And the World Health Organization has started pushing spirulina and also aware that the people about the health benefits of spirulina is being circulated entirely all over the world. This small single-cell organism contains more nutrients than any other food on the planet. Spirulina is a good source of protein, and unlike other potent sources of nutrients and protein, it's low in calories and cholesterol. So it's very important. It's very low in calories and cholesterol. Dried spirulina is actually about 59% to 65% protein, which is especially impressive when compared with dried soybean at 40%, lentils at 26%, and peanuts at 25%. Perhaps more surprising is that raw beef only contains 23% protein. A lot of people boast that they have to eat beef to get a lot of proteins, but it's only 23%. With only 36 kilocalories per 10 grams of spirulina or dried powder, you get a lot of proteins. An undesirable byproduct of many sources of proteins or animal protein is what I call cholesterol. Doctors recommend healthy adults consume less than 300 milligrams or 200 milligrams if you have diabetes or suffer from heart disease. So you have to reduce your intake of beef, meat, protein if you have these diseases. So that even reduces your ability to absorb a lot of proteins. Consider this: 10 grams of dried spirulina, approximately a large spoonful, carries 5.75 grams protein and 1.3 milligrams of cholesterol, compared to an equivalent quantity of egg protein containing 300 milligrams of cholesterol. Additionally, the protein is far more accessible by the human digestive system than most other plant and animal proteins. So the proteins in spirulina are more absorbable. This means the body can absorb and utilize much more of the available protein with far less energy and stress on your digestive system. Calcium content of spirulina is 15.6 times higher than milk. Iron content of spirulina is 13 times higher than that of spinach. You can see here. Beta-carotene content of spirulina is 10 times more concentrated than in carrots. And its potassium content is about twice higher than that of tomato. In addition to being highly concentrated proteins, spirulina is dense with all the 8 essential amino acids, and that's what the body needs. The body does not naturally synthesize these essential amino acids and is a complete source of omega-3 fatty acids. And that's why spirulina is a superfood. And we'll talk about this later on. So here are some of the health benefits of spirulina. Composing of all these nutrients and healthy elements, spirulina can act as a superfood, an acidic-basic balancer, an immune booster, a cancer fighter, a cocktail of antioxidants, and lastly, anti-radiation. All these are health benefits of spirulina. Some of you are interested in some of these. For example, those who want to prevent cancer, spirulina is one of the products that we have. If you want to boost your immune system, if you want to balance your body to be slightly alkaline, so go to spirulina. So lots of benefits from spirulina. Now, there are strengths of green wild spirulina that some of you may not know. Consumers may have questions in mind. There are hundreds and thousands of brands out there on the market of spirulina. Why would people choose our product, our green wild spirulina? Well, what makes green wild spirulina so special is that this product has condensed nutrients, which means 5 capsules of this product equals to 1 kilogram of fresh fruits and vegetables. 5 capsules of spirulina, green wild spirulina, is equivalent to 1 kilogram of fruits and vegetables. We adopt superfine nanotechnology with the spirulina powder processing. At a minimum, 1 external dimension, meaning that when you start to measure, you start to have 1 to 100 nanometers, which ensures maximum absorbability by your body. So that's why green wild spirulina is so special. It is highly absorbable compared to other compared to other spirulina out there on the market. I know there are lots of brands out there. Some you scoop, some have been staying on the shelf for long, some are served in sacks. So you don't know how long they've been there. You don't know how it was made and the content of real spirulina. Sometimes they add there some preservatives and other things. And so it looks like greenish powder, but it may not contain as much spirulina as you would like. So that's why we are proud of our Greenworld Spirulina. Greenworld Spirulina receives a series of inspection before going to the market, which ensures the quality of the product. This product is free from heavy metal and microstin pollution, so it is quite safe to take it as a daily health supplement. So we have this TQC, total quality control, and pH control, and we also have the atomic absorption and atomic fluorescence spectrometer testing. This ensures that we don't have any heavy metal pollution in our spirulina. Out there, you don't know how this spirulina came about, and lots of places that sell spirulina as well. But we are glad and proud of our Greenworld Spirulina because of the stringent methods that are used to make it so pure. The purity is about 99%, 99.73%, which ensures maximum biological availability, and the absorption rate by the elderly and the sick is over 86%. And that of common people, those who are healthy, is over 90%. So there you are. Those are the strengths of our Greenworld Spirulina. I always advise people when they tell me that they have spirulina at home and they got it from bulk store somewhere, they scooped, and it's cheaper than our spirulina. So why should they really buy our spirulina? But I continue to tell them these strengths of our Greenworld Spirulina. It's of the highest quality and purity, and is absorbed very easily because of the way it is produced and manufactured. Okay, so here we have the superfood, and we have different nutrients, vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, and essential fatty acids. So we have mentioned that spirulina is a superfood. Why? Because it is an all-in-one source of nutrients, including essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and essential amino acids. Spirulina contains vitamins such as beta-carotene, which is a precursor to vitamin A and is essential for maintaining your healthy eyesight and even your skin. It also contains B complex, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and K. We cannot synthesize these vitamins on our own, but we need them for the proper functioning of metabolism, such as resisting infections, keeping nerves healthy, and helping the body get energy from the food, etc., etc. Just like vitamins, minerals can help our bodies grow, develop, and stay healthy. The body uses these minerals to perform many different functions, from building strong bones to transmitting some of the nerve impulses. Some minerals are actually even used to make hormones or maintain a normal heartbeat. Spirulina contains major minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, potassium, and magnesium, as well as trace elements like iron, zinc, manganese, and selenium. So you can start to see the picture, how and why spirulina is a superfood. It also contains phytochemicals such as carotenoids, zeaxanthin, chlorophyll, and polycyanins. These are with special biological activities and can support the human health, including strengthening the human immune system. Omega-3 fatty acids are important for normal metabolism and are a crucial part of the human cell membrane. So spirulina has omega-3 fatty acids in the form of ALA, EPA, and DHA. making it a very powerful food to aid in reducing inflammation, promoting healthy cells, and even keeping your skin looking beautiful. Lots of people I see when they come to Greenwood, their skin look dull and unhealthy. But after taking our Greenwood super food, the spirulina, for a number of weeks, you can see how shiny their faces, their skin start to glow. This is because spirulina has all these nutrients that are required by the skin. Meanwhile, spirulina is an excellent source of the healthy omega-6 fatty acid, GLA, gamma-linolenic acid, which has potent anti-inflammatory properties and is used in female hormone balancing. Another one of spirulina's nutrition facts is that spirulina is dense with all the 9 essential amino acids that the body does not naturally synthesize but needs for proper function, including histidine, isoleucine, leucine, lysine, methionine, phenylalanine, threonine, tryptophan, and valine. These make it an excellent protein source for vegetarians and vegans who may struggle to get enough protein in their diets. You can get all these nutrients from other sources, of course, but spirulina as a one-stop shop for so many of them at once is the kind of substance the word superfood is meant to describe. So there you are. That is your superfood. Is a one-stop shop where you can get almost all the nutrients that your body needs: vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, essential fatty acids, and so on and so forth. Now, let us go through some of these health benefits and properties of spirulina. I mentioned that is an acid-base balancer. You need to have your body slightly basic, alkaline. So the human body contains acidic and alkaline or basic substances, and it balances them out to maintain a stable pH of 7.35 to 7.45. But if your pH levels go above or below that range, it can indicate an imbalance of acidity or alkalinity, conditions called acidemia and alkalemia, respectively. In other words, a pH level of 0 to 7.34 indicates your body is acidic, which is typically measured through a blood or urine test. But we can also do this test in 1 minute through our quantum resonance magnetic analyzer machine here in Greenwood. Or if you have one, you can also do this test by yourself. Now, acidosis is a condition that occurs when the body produces too much acid, or the kidneys can't remove enough acid from the body system. And the effects of an acidic pH level can cause unpleasant symptoms and even jeopardize your health. So junk food can cause acidic pH of your body. Latent acidosis is mostly prevalent in developed and industrialized parts of the world. And now to almost every city around the world, things are changing. Even in remote parts of Africa, when I visit, I see people eating all sorts of junk food, fast food. So an abundance of junk food along with the food industry driven by high profit margins, the vicious cycle contributes to a typical Western pattern diet, which causes people to have acidic bodies, very bad for your body. Western pattern diet has become a culture that suffers from imbalanced carbohydrates, proteins, and fat consumption tendencies. and a reversed natural dietary sodium-potassium ratio is also included. This dietary complex provides an insufficient mineral content as found in processed foods, breads, meats, dairy, and sweets. All of these foods, and particularly an excessive amount of protein consumption, require a significant volume of gastric acid to activate the protein digestive enzymes for nutrient absorption. So these kind of foods, junk foods, especially when you have this McDonald's and so on, and King Burgers, a lot of proteins consumption. This will require you to produce a lot of gastric and a lot of enzymes to continue to digest these proteins, and your digestive system will be overloaded. So consequently, our body becomes even acidic when you start to eat this kind of foods. Becomes acidic, and health problems gradually find us. Such problems such as diabetes, kidney disease, cancer, liver failure, prolonged lack of oxygen, and/or severe dehydration. All these may be as a result of this kind of Western diet that we indulge in, especially people who claim they have no time to cook a decent meal, but don't knowing that they are doing their bodies this service. Things start to crumble if you're not careful. All right, so spirulina, the superfood, is also an immune booster. Spirulina is rich in a range of vitamins and minerals essential for maintaining a healthy immune system, like vitamins E, C, B6, and a polysaccharide called spirulina. Meanwhile, it promotes the growth of healthy gut flora in the intestine, in which lies the front line of the immune defense. For those of you who attended our Green World Saturday morning training, we talked about how we can regulate our gut flora for delaying aging, anti-aging. So here you are, you have spirulina also comes to our aid in trying to promote anti-aging. Additionally, spirulina's antioxidant properties can help us fight free radicals that can weaken the immune system. Research finds that spirulina boosts the production of white blood cells and antibodies that fight viruses and bacteria in your body, such as HIV-1, enterovirus, cytomega virus, measles, mumps, influenza A, and herpes simplex. All these can be fought badly if you have enough spirulina in your body, which can boost your immune system. Some studies have also confirmed that spirulina can boost the body's immune system by making it produce more monocytes, natural killer cells, and macrophages. Monocytes, which are natural killer cells, and macrophages can destroy some of the invading pathogens in the body. And according to a study published in an Indian scientific journal, spirulina can also destroy fungal pathogens such as Candida albicans, which is the yeast infection, Aspergillus niger, and Aspergillus fugimatus. These are certain pathogens that tend to attack our bodies. Now, a study included 30 participants of both sexes with an age of 50 years or older. They took spirulina supplementation for 12 weeks. Researchers found that there was a steady increase in average values of mean corpuscular hemoglobin in both sexes. Older women appeared to benefit rapidly from spirulina supplements. Similarly, the majority of participants manifested increased indoramine 2,3-dioxygenase, IDO, enzyme. This is a particular enzyme activity and some of the white blood cells count at 6 and 12 weeks of spirulina supplementation. So the white blood cells count increased as well. This study showed that spirulina ameliorates immunosenescence in the elderly population. So it's very important for the elderly to keep taking their spirulina because it boosts the immune system. As we age, the immune system starts to decline, but with the supplementation of spirulina, you start to slow down that decline. Spirulina's benefits can also extend to seasonal allergy sufferers. Studies have shown that spirulina supplementation can slow the production of cytokines, which play a role in the immune response and inflammatory processes. In a study of 127 people suffering from allergic rhinitis, supplementing with 2 grams of spirulina per day helped reduce the common rhinitis symptoms like nasal congestion and sneezing. Now we come to another health benefit of spirulina, which is so important, is a cancer fighter. Many people mistakenly believe that cancer is in and of itself an aberration. The truth is that cancer cells develop and exist in all healthy bodies, like you who are healthy, like me, I'm healthy, and him and her. We all have cancer cells. The immune system, when it is operating at its peak levels, can isolate these or most of the cancer cells and either destroy them or redirect them to be excreted as waste. So when a person is diagnosed with cancer, it means that their immune system has not effectively killed off the naturally occurring cancer cells, and they have been able to multiply and bloom into a systematic cancer. The vitamins and minerals in spirulina help to boost the immune system, allowing it to more effectively deal with cancer cells as they appear in the body, thus reducing their chances of multiplying and developing into a systematic cancer. In this manner, spirulina can effectively protect our immune organs during surgery, during radiotherapy and chemotherapy, and even prevent cancer recurrence and metastasis. Spirulina, with its blue-green color, is the result of phycocyanin, which is a protein that has been shown to inhibit the growth and proliferation of cancer cells. And like most plants and algae, spirulina also contains high levels of chlorophyll. Recent studies have shown that chlorophyll binds with cancer cells, allowing them to be more easily excreted from the body, thereby eliminating cancerous cells before they can group into colonies and develop into tumors or even spread into other parts of our body. Studies have also shown that spirulina improves the production of melatonin, which counteracts estrogen overdoses and directly suppresses breast cancer cell growth. It can also bind with the heavy metals such as mercury, lead, cadmium, and arsenic that can sometimes cause neurological damage and even cancer. At least one scientific study has shown that spirulina can be used to shrink tumors in people living with oral cancer. In that study, just 1 gram of spirulina per day for a year reduced cancerous tumors in 45% of research participants. So spirulina has this wonderful health benefit. It's a cancer fighter. Now, it's also a cocktail of antioxidants, as I mentioned. People are always raving about antioxidant effects of blueberries, avocados, salmon, and more. We can add spirulina to that list, that exclusive list, because spirulina contains a cocktail of antioxidants. Antioxidants have this wonderful ability to go in and beat up on the free radicals, which are essentially poisons that we come in contact with in our everyday lives, and has the potential to damage our cells and even our DNA. Antioxidants can reduce the inflammation in our bodies, which can decrease the chances of a whole host of diseases, including Alzheimer's disease, asthma, cancer, heart disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and type 2 diabetes, and so on. So spirulina's antioxidant properties are attributable to a substance called phycocyanine, which is responsible for giving spirulina its vibrant blue-green color. Oxidative stress can wreak havoc on fatty structures in the body, but because spirulina is such a powerful antioxidant, it can help prevent this LDL, low-density lipoprotein, the bad cholesterol, from becoming oxidized. Also, spirulina's antioxidative properties are among the reasons why it is used by astronauts. The space environment does harm differently. So different districts of the astronaut's body are harmed when they go out in space. Their bodies, due to several factors, are exposed to different things like radiation, microgravity, and oxidative stress, which is induced by radiation. On the Earth, the cells are constantly subjected to the action of reactive oxygen species, ROS, normally produced as a result of cellular metabolism and exposure to environmental stresses such as X-rays, ultraviolet pollution, xenobiotics, and so on. The damage is directly proportional to the ROS, the reactive oxygen species produced. This production is alleviated by the activation of cellular detoxification mechanisms that physiologically protect the cells. So when the ROS-dependent stress exceeds the body's physiological defenses, the oxidative damage occurs to the cells. The extraterrestrial environment determines an increase of ROS, which causes damage to cellular lipid membranes and also mitochondria, proteins, and the DNA. So, in this context, spirulina, with its antioxidant activity, is able to activate cellular antioxidant enzymes and inhibit the so-called lipid peroxidation and the DNA damage, thus eliminating free radicals and increasing the superoxide dismutase and catalase enzyme activity. This SOD, superoxide dismutase, is a vital antioxidant enzyme that naturally protects cells by breaking down toxic superoxide radicals into ordinary molecular oxygen and hydrogen peroxide. What about this health benefit of spirulina and radiation? Years after the Chernobyl disaster, 4 million people in Ukraine and Belarus continue to live in dangerously radioactive areas. Over 160,000 children were victims of radiation poisoning, with birth defects, leukemia, cancer, thyroid disease, anemia, loss of vision and appetite, and even depressed immune system called Chernobyl AIDS. The then authorized donated spirulina, authorized an organization. It donated spirulina to children of Chernobyl hospitals in Belarus and Ukraine in 1989. Voila. Doctors reported spirulina's health benefits for children victims of Chernobyl radiation. Spirulina reduced actually the urine radioactivity levels by 60%, 50 to 60% of the radiation, urine radiation was cut out. So using spirulina, the radiation or the radioactivity in the bodies of these kids started to reduce in only 20 days. This result was achieved by giving 5 grams a day to children at the Minsk, Belarus Institute of Radiation Medicine. The institute program treated 100 children every 20 days. So later, because of this, study and observation that spirulina reduced the amount of radiation or radioactivity in the bodies of these children, a Russian patent was actually awarded in 1994 for the use of spirulina as a medical food to reduce allergic reactions from radiation sickness. So there you are. It's anti-radiation. It reduced the amount of allergic reactions from radiation sickness experienced by these children. Now, before I conclude this presentation, it would be nice to see how spirulina can help different people. So spirulina is suitable for a number of people with all these health benefits. It's suitable for people on diet or having weight control program. It is also suitable for athletes or bodybuilders. It's suitable for people who are targeting optimum nutrition status. It's suitable for people of malnutrition, people who continuously take junk food. They're junk food lovers and they're strict vegetarians. Also for people with acidosis, their bodies are so acidic. For people with compromised immune system, because spirulina can boost your immune system. It's also suitable for people who are exposed to regular radiation, frequent usage of the cell phone, office workers exposed to laptops and so on, computers, and also IT engineers. It's also suitable for people at the preparation stage or completion of chemo or radiotherapy. And lastly, it's also suitable for people at late stage of wasting diseases, because they will get their nutrients just from taking a few grams of spirulina per day. How do you use spirulina? So you can take 2 capsules with water each time and take 2 times in a day. Make sure that you avoid milk, juice, soda for at least 30 minutes after taking spirulina, and drink an extra half liter of water per day. Precautions. As for children, pregnant ladies, breastfeeding mothers, please consult your doctor before taking spirulina. For people with phenylketonuria, it is suggested that not to take spirulina. This phenylketonuria is a rare inherited genetic disorder where the body cannot break down the amino acid phenylalanine, and without treatment, it can build up in the bloodstream and cause some brain damage, even seizures, and even result in some learning disabilities. And it's not recommended for people with renal failure, kidney failure, or liver failure for its high protein content. So you have to watch out if you have clients who are suffering from kidney failure and liver failure. Make sure that spirulina is not recommended because of the high protein content. These organs may not be up to speed to process some of the extra proteins that are byproducts of this metabolism. So thank you very much for your patience and listening to this wonderful topic of spirulina. A lot of people come to Greenworld and they may not have enough information about spirulina, but this is the superfood as I've described. It can solve a lot of your issues in terms of nutrients. It's loaded, packed with nutrients. So thank you very much. And I will unmute each one of you. So if you have any question, you can ask. If you have some testimony, be free to share it with us. Thank you very much. Anybody who has questions about spirulina? Why Greenworld spirulina? Why is it a superfood? I'm sure a lot of you have already used spirulina.
Yeah, spirulina not only gives us nutrients, but also these unseen enemies, right? The radiation, the cancer-causing agents, everything also it gives protection for us. So no wonder it's a superfood. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Samara. Yeah, it's one of the cornerstones of Greenworld Health. If you don't take spirulina, you may find it hard to get your health back, especially if you in sub-health status. So it is one of those products that we insist that you take even during the detox phase as you start to embark on this health and wellness journey in Greenworld. Spirulina is one of the products we emphasize at the beginning to replace as you clean out your digestive system, and that you take spirulina to get your essential nutrients as I listed out there in the presentation. So, okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Rumba Dizai, Mrs. Kuzora. Thank you, Shamala, for all your comments in the chat room. Hope to see you maybe in 2 weeks' time. I won't be able to do a presentation next week, Tuesday, but the following week, I'll return with some new topic again. So thank you and have a wonderful evening, the rest of your day. We care, we share.
Thank you, Dr. Waana. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Candia.
Thank you, Dr. Waana. Have a blessed day.
Oh,
We are
thank you,
learning a
Adora.
lot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. I was asking there to the chat box whether it's possible for you to share the slides.
Yeah, we have it in the, yeah, I'll share the slide, but we also post these videos of training in the
Okay.
YouTube channel, Green World North America. If you search Green World North American YouTube channel,
Oh.
you'll find all these videos there.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Mhm.